Like, it's really common sense. And I'd like to remind everybody that we have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of migrants here illegally that have convicted of crimes. And why, I don't know why, who wants to defend that, to allow them to remain in our nation? That. And now, if you're here illegally and you're committing crimes and those things, I don't know why anybody thinks that it's controversial that they all need to go.
That's Democrat Senator and liberal black sheep Jon Fetterman breaking the internet with a recent interview on Fox News where he throws fellow Democrats under the bus and expresses a strong willingness to work with Trump. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Fetterman announced that he was switching parties soon, because he seems to be one of the only Democrats left who believes in a common sense approach to holding public office. Here he is once again upsetting the left by announcing that he will vote yes on several of Trump's cabinet picks.
Is this Tulsi Gabbard one of the nominees that you could vote for?
Well, I met with her. In fact, I think I've met with virtually all of them. And the ones that I haven't, they're on my schedule, RFK and Governor Noem. So I'm happy to meet with all of them. And that's also part of this. I don't know why that was controversial. I mean, I got a lot of blowback just, even to meet with them. And to me, I see that as just doing my job. And I'm going to have a conversation with anyone that would like to have a conversation with me. And if someone believed everything that's been written or said about me was true, I mean, you can't possibly know me, or I think I could know her either, just based on someone read. But I want to sit down and have a conversation, and I'm really glad that I've done that. And some of these nominees I'm going to vote for already. In fact, whether it's our colleague Rubio, Representative Stefanik, or even Sean Duffy, I expect to vote for him as well too, and Brooke Rollins for agriculture.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of them I can say right now here on Fox. I'm going to vote for them. But there's others, but that we're going to go through the process. But I'm open to hear from everyone, and I don't know why that's controversial. And I also would like to remind everyone on the Democratic side, that's the way democracy works. Trump won, and now they're going to run the table, and so they get to pick those kinds of people. And if you don't have to agree with all of it, but I want to find a way to work together on a bunch of them.
And I want to commend him on that.
Now, if that wasn't enough, Fetterman later took a flamethrower to the left's freakouts over Trump's interest in Greenland, and frankly, in a time where the only thing Democrats seem to care about is opposing Trump on everything, no matter the cost, it's refreshing to see this laid-back approach from someone on the left.
There's a lot of talk about Greenland, for example. Now, and I know there's a lot of freakouts, and of course I would never support taking it by force, but I do think it's a responsible conversation if they were open to acquiring it, and whether just buying it outright. I mean, if anyone think that's bonkers, it's like, well, remember the Louisiana purchase? Oh, I think Alaska was a great deal too. $50 million, I think it was. It was referred to as Seward's Folly, and now that was Alaska now. So I mean, open to having all kinds of conversations as well. And now I don't think it's not helpful to freak out, but some things might work out, some may not. But that's part of an ongoing dialogue. But he hasn't even taken office in 2 weeks, and we really need to pace ourselves if we're going to freak out over every last tweet or every last conversation or press conference. Because, but
that's good. That's a good one, John. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like we are here to work together.
Yeah.
And some things you can agree or disagree. But I think that's how DC works.
And you'd figure Democrats would have learned something from Trump's first term. It's honestly a bit surprising at this point, because he did the same exact thing last time he was president, and even trolled them by tweeting out a silly image of Trump Tower in Greenland with a caption saying he promises not to do this. Regardless, that didn't stop the political hacks at CNN from suggesting that there's a strong possibility that he'll use the military to take it by force.
Not an expansionist military power, not in the 21st century.
Why?
Because that's...
Why not?
because that's not the world that we live in.
Wait, hold on, Scott.
I know.
You answered that question.
Yes.
Why is the United States not...
So you're for attacking Greenland?
Why is the United States not an
said-
expansionist military power?
You're open to the idea of attacking Greenland?
We created...
No, we don't need to attack Greenland. We could buy it.
We can't buy it. It's not up for sale.
We
So
helped
what you're saying
create
is
a
not
world
true.
order
Nothing.
in which...
Everything's not for sale until
Hang
it
on,
is.
Scott. We helped create a world order in which we said you cannot just decide you want that country and then take your military and go into that country and take it. Okay? So that is the era of not being in an expansionist military era for the United States. And you're saying that's not true. Why is it not true?
Well, I mean, you could think small if you want to. I think Trump's thinking big, and he's thinking about U.S. interests. There are U.S. interests in Greenland. They have rare earth minerals. We already have some kind of space facility there, and it would help fortify us against the Russians. The Panama Canal is, of course, of interest when you consider the Chinese incursions and influence in this hemisphere. What Donald Trump is saying to the world is, we are not a shrinking violet anymore. We are the United States of America. We are the preeminent superpower. And reporters keep asking him to rule things out and take things off the table. And it would be the height of stupidity to do so now or to anything else before he takes office. Why would he tell the rest of the world what he may or may not do?
The fact of the matter here is that we honestly don't know Trump's intentions with Greenland yet, but relentlessly critiquing every move he makes simply because of who he is has been a losing strategy for Democrats and the country. And frankly, if they want a shot at winning another election and serving the American people as they claim to want to do, they need to learn from Fetterman and call balls and strikes as they see them, judge their opposition by its merits, and focus more on working together instead of going into hysterics over every little thing Trump does. But let me know what you think. Do you believe Trump is serious about buying Greenland? If so, how do you feel about it, and what are your thoughts on Fetterman's reaction? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!